the delightful, delicious, Delovely. My name is Christina Elise, and today I have a guest. My guest is...
Eben McGarr.
Eben McGarr is my guest today, and we are going to be making...
vegan stroganoff.
Vegan mushroom stroganoff. But before we get going to do that, I want you to talk a little bit about your Vegantuas and what it is and why you started it.
So yeah, I decided to go vegan, and I realized one of the reasons I didn't do it sooner is because I hate vegans. But in all fairness, I hate most people. Vegans being people, they qualify. And I feel like communication is a big problem. So I did it for animals, not health. I don't think you can honestly say that, you love animals and not be a vegan. Sorry, And I think society makes it really easy to keep your head buried in the sand and not realize just how horrible conditions are. So anyway, started Vegantuas. You find out there are a lot of people that don't fit the vegan mold, like yourself.
Indeed. I'm interrupting you real quick so we can put some butter in this pan.
Yes.
How much butter do you want? The whole stick?
At least half. I always err on the side of butter.
I'm going to go 3/4?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So 3/4 of a stick of Earth Balance butter is going in this pan. Oops.
Now,
we'll discuss.
This is one of the things that I just was blown away by when I first went vegan. I expected to just give up like good tasting food, that's what you think.
That's a noble thing. When you didn't realize that you were going to be able to recreate your favorite dishes, that you were still willing to give them up and live on twigs and berries.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
All right.
And then of course you think you're gonna give up all protein, and as you can see, I wasted away to a mere 289 pounds, and I just I'm withering away. Ogre from Skinny Puppy was one of the people that put me in hard check with that. He's like, why aren't you doing it? And ignorance. I was like, well, I need protein, and he's like, gorillas, bulls, and I was like,
rhinos, hippopotamus, elephants, giraffes, every giant mammal.
Yep.
I'll let you do this. I'll let you stir it around.
Yeah.
Is it flame too high? Is it too hot, you think?
Well, everything's hot for me. I'm usually in 50, 60 degrees, so I'm like, but yeah.
It's not going to burn though.
No, it shouldn't. Let's get them onions in there.
All right.
This
is 2 large onions. I'm only going to use half. I cut up 2 by mistake because that's what he brought, so I cut them up.
She's covering for me. I said, here, chop these up, and I gave her 2 instead of 1. So
there's a lot of onion in there.
My fault.
Not a fault. Not a problem at all.
Right.
So go on. So you gave up meat and dairy. You became vegan thinking it's going to suck, and then but you started Vegantuas because vegans suck. Which if you watch my channel at all, you know that I've had quite a few rants about people complaining about the fact that I make a fake pork dish and don't spell pork P-O-R-Q, or and then I get in trouble for I was called a sicko for making a vegan Big Mac pizza because why would you want to eat a fake meat thing? It's a lot. It can be a lot.
Well, vegans make it about them.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's just so annoying. I personally, I won't buy leather, I won't whatever, but in my pocket is a leather wallet that belonged to my brother, who passed away, and I'm not going to throw it out. And as I told you, the only way I get rid of it is if the resurrected cow shows up and says, hey, I need that back. Aside from that, we're not, so I'm not as vegan as some of the other vegans. I don't use honey. Some vegans do,
Right. Some vegans eat oysters because they don't have a central nervous system.
A Buddhist basically went on record saying that he'll have milk from this this cow that I guess still offers milk, whatever, and they don't forcibly impregnate. So it's a personal line for everyone. But to play it safe, I just started Vegantuas. So if someone's like, "You're not vegan," it's like maybe not. Vegans are welcome on my side of the fence, but apparently not everyone's welcome on everyone's vegan
the
fence.
militant, the uber militant vegans. Don't do anyone a service.
I think we could put a little more butter. Let's just go for broke on the butter, and then and then get the mushrooms going.
Your crazy pants.
Yeah.
All right. So you started Vegantuas. So now, what is Vegantuas?
So basically, it's kind of like a lifestyle brand. We do outreach to let people know that going plant-based and just easing up on the torturing of animals. You don't necessarily have to be a PETA flag waving,
Nazi. You don't have to be a Nazi.
And you know what? There's room for the militant Nazis. Because the thing is, I have to say, I used to be like, oh, you do your thing, I do my thing. That's not. That's a false equivalency. To say you respect my diet, I respect your diet. No, I don't fucking respect your diet.
I know.
Because it's kind of well, you choose to use dating sites and I'm a rapist. I'll respect your way, you respect my way.
Yeah.
No, I don't respect your way. Your way is fucking atrocious and devoid of conscience. Now, there are a lot of people that just don't know, you know.
Everyone knows.
Well, everyone should know, but you'd be surprised because, you know, the party line, I mean, look how much marketing is behind like dairy and meat and everything, and
What the hell protein myth? Everyone thinks protein, you can't live without protein. I actually am protein sort of intolerant. My body doesn't like a lot of protein. When I still ate seafood,
there's mushrooms in here.
when I still ate seafood, which I did for like 30 years, I went on a detox thing and you had to have want a bigger pan?
You good? No, I think we got this.
Slow shrink. We had to have a salad and miso soup and basically a palm-sized piece of protein every night. And so you could have steak or chicken, but I didn't eat those things, so I was eating fish. And I had swordfish one night and threw it up and never had swordfish again. Shouldn't be eating swordfish anyway. And the next night I tried shrimp and it was disgusting to me. And the only protein that I could deal with on that cleaner diet was beans. Beans were great. I was craving beans. I was craving sugar too on this detox like crazy. But I don't have a whole lot of protein in my diet. I just never bought into it. And I've always been I've always done super intense workouts, and I'm not a feeble or anemic girl. I'm more muscular than your average chick.
Yeah, no, you're definitely badass.
I'm an old lady, but I was even better when I was younger, and as most people are, I suppose, to give myself a break there. But yeah, I never bought into it. I just think it's bullshit. So, and there's protein in other things that don't involve me, but.
Well, you know, it's also it's bully culture. You know, I mean, one of the reasons, I mean, people are hypocrites. It is what it is. I mean, I guess we're all hypocrites somewhere. But it's like vegans are like one of the last groups it's okay to just like blindly mock and whatever else. And that's the other thing with Vegantuas. Like, I have no problem engaging. You know, it's like I remember. You know, I used to bust chops at my vegan friends all the time. And I said ignorant things. You know, it's one of those things you learn. And now I feel like it's episode of The Twilight Zone. It's this karma where I'm sitting there listening to people as ignorant as I was, you know, and I'm just on the other side of the fence, and I'm just like, I guess I deserve this, you know?
You make a good point. They're one of the last, frontiers of people you can make fun of with impunity, you know. But they're bringing on, in all fairness, so many these militant vegans, they really bring on themselves. I said to you when you got here, like, I really hate this. When people, I've seen people who are trying to explore veganism and they're like, hey, what do you use for cheese? I don't like Daya.
Right.
And so, and they get, like, why do you want to put pus on your pizza as a response? It's just not, it's not productive or helpful at all, and it turns people off. And the fact is, while I understand that there can be blood and pus in it because of the milking mechanisms and how they get infected and stuff, it's still just, it isn't pus. There's gross shit in all processed food. Mm-hmm. You know, there's gross, it's like rat, fecal matter, a certain percentage allowed in most,
hot dogs and,
and even things like flour, so there's grossness everywhere, but to say that it's pus is breasts make milk, wounds make pus. So let's not just, stop self-congratulating and just being unnecessarily gross for the sake of
shock value.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, a lot of people, and I find this is true in general. Like political seasons are phenomenal because, I mean, that's just when you see the height of ignorance. You have, people on each side, and they don't care if what they say is factually accurate as long as they prove a point. They're not looking to, learn the correct answer. They want to sell you on their answer. And I think vegans hurt the cause that way. But the thing is, having been, I don't know, I think I've been plant-based for going on a year about. I can vouch for the results. I remember when I started like all those beginner groups, everyone like once a week seems to ask like, why'd you go vegan? I think it was like 40% animals, 40% health, and then 20% said what the health. And I was like, these sheep, they're changing their mind over a documentary.
What the Health is a great documentary.
It is. I mean, I watched it literally after I was already like vegan. I watched it and I was just like, oh my God, I would have never believed this if I wasn't already experiencing it. And that's the other thing, like, to me, it's like, I feel like people are waking up. It smells so good, by the way. Oh, it gets better. In fact, maybe we should get the broth going.
All right, so we have some Mexican bouillon. This is I have a full jar here.
Yeah.
Not a problem. This is, which kind are you using?
Well, don't even, it doesn't matter. Yours is going to be better. It's
the same.
Oh.
Not the same, but it's definitely.
Okay, yeah.
vegetable oil.
So let's see. I think for this much, I would probably go with like a cup of broth or so.
Okay.
So however much you need to make a cup.
I wing it.
Yeah, and I'd whip that in there and just get that savory.
All right, so this is about a
deliciousness
tablespoon. We need more than that. I would
Okay.
say 2 tablespoons. Did you
Sure.
say? Does that sound right? I'm gonna just.
going. I wing it too.
I'm gonna say we're putting 2 tablespoons in there. That's what we're doing.
My
And do you want
recipe.
a cup of water as well?
Yeah, let's see how we're doing. Yeah, we're gonna need a little bit, but I
Let the mushrooms cook down. Yeah.
Exactly,
All right.
exactly. In more flavor.
All right.
See, aren't you glad we put all that butter in there now?
I'll be glad when I'm eating it. So Vegantuas, so you have swag. You have these shirts. I've been wearing them. He gave me a bunch of shirts, including this shirt, which is not Vegantuas related.
And you're one of the only people that like had the balls to wear that anywhere, let alone on a show. So
Fuck kids.
total respect,
I
exactly.
have no problem saying it.
Exactly.
But you gave me a bunch. I have this shirt and I have a whole bunch of other ones.
Mm-hmm.
And Fuck Your Meat is my favorite one. I wear it all the time. Yeah.
And that's another thing. I totally dug seeing you wearing that at Mad Monster. Pictures, with Robert Englund and everything online with you just saying "fuck meat." It's like yes.
Yeah, it's good. It's good because the font is sort of just enough that it's not really easy to read.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm posing at these horror conventions, and that's how I met Eben. Is that he runs a horror convention called Mad Monster, and I feel bad as like a 7-year-old kid in the photo, and I've got a big "Fuck Your Meat" shirt on. So I'll just sort of stand in a way that sort of obscures it enough that you can't really read it. It's not. There's a picture of it. I'll put a picture of it here so you can see what it looks like it. But it's a good shirt. I like it.
So we'll get some liquid aminos going. I'm thinking, I don't know, 3 tablespoons.
All right.
Because this is kind of salty. If you don't have liquid aminos, of course you could use like Worcestershire, soy sauce, whatever. I just go with liquid aminos.
Tamari, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
All right.
So we'll get that going.
So the Vegantuas is it's a page on Facebook.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Facebook, Instagram at Vegantuas. It's like vegan, TUAS. It's a play on War of the Gargantuas. We have War of the Vegantuas. It's basically monsters, vegans, and monster vegans. For people that,
People that think that vegans are tree-hugging hippies with tie-dye and flowers in their hair and don't realize that it's like Doyle from the Misfits and...
Doyle from the Misfits, Rob Zombie, Ogre, you. I mean, James Cameron
Have to
has
be in
that
that company.
documentary coming out. James Cameron, come on.
I heard that, what's his face? I heard that fucking... Was that Gordon Ramsay?
Gordon Ramsay, that was amazing.
Gordon Ramsay's going vegan. I don't know if it's a experiment or...
See, now he would be considered a vegantua. Because you're not going to go up to Gordon Ramsay and try to,
Call a pussy?
Exactly.
Yeah, no, you're not.
All right, so now I guess we're going to get some flour in there.
All right, flour is here.
And I'll let you figure out how much you want to sprinkle in, because if I touch that flour, it's going to be like Lucy Ricardo all over the place.
I'm not here this month. All right, this is a cup. I'm not gonna put the whole cup in. I'm gonna start with half a cup.
Yeah. There we go. Just sprinkle it around.
Do you want a whisk?
And I can figure this out. That's more than enough. Oh, how are we doing on the pasta? Oh, pasta's good.
All right, that was
That's more
probably
than
a quarter cup, maybe a third of a cup that we used ultimately in there.
Okay.
Pasta is in the sink.
Now, I don't garnish, so like in my house, I'd probably just be eating out of this pot because I'm a caveman. So, however you want to make it look pretty.
Well, we're gonna plate that motherfucker up.
Okay, that's all you.
Yeah, and I am a garnish person, and I feel like parsley gets a bad name, and I think parsley is better than just, I don't think it's a garnish, I think it's actually an important flavor. It has a clean crispness like celery too. I think they're really important flavors. What's up with the mayo?
Oh, right. We got to put some in. Creaminess. I was like, what's missing? So, I'd say, I don't know, say like 4 tablespoons, maybe.
1. This is a fatty fucking dish.
Oh, it is.
3, 4.
There we go. That's what we were missing. I knew something was missing. Now,
I imagine you could use mayonnaise. You could also use vegan sour cream or vegan cream cheese.
In fact, usually I use vegan sour cream. The reason I went with the mayo is I wanted anyone tuning in to basically be able to go to their supermarket and make this, and that's available anywhere. So like I'd probably use vegan sour cream, which you can get at a bunch of places, just not all places.
Yeah, this is Best Foods Vegan. Is it on the shelf with the regular mayonnaise, or is it in the refrigerated compartment?
Yeah, and I really love Just Mayo, Hampton Creek, which is also right next to it. In fact, I believe Hampton Creek got sued they were challenged not to use the word mayo, and they won, which is a great victory. You know, I heard some stuff going on in France where, you know, they don't want you to be able to use like the word sausage and this and that.
They made it illegal to use meat terms to refer to fake meat things under the pretense that it was false advertising. And somebody getting a vegan sausage would be like, oh my God, I was tricked. I thought it was really a sausage.
So it's like all those poor people that are buying like Swedish fish that, you know, they've been
I thought it was a fish,
exactly.
but it's made of gelatin.
I've been bamboozled.
It's a fraud. I've perpetrated a fraud.
I think we can turn off this heat. I think we're ready to go. You just slap that pasta in.
Stir that in a little bit more, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
All right, pasta ready for this? All right. Oops, sticky a little bit. Sticky. Alrighty. Oops.
Yeah, we probably should have olive oiled this guy up a little bit, but it'll work out.
One little liquid in there?
Your call. Yeah, maybe a little.
I think a little. I have a bigger pan too, if that's cramping your style.
That's more than enough liquid, I think. We just have to break up this pasta. Give him that.
I read a whole like 7 things you're doing wrong with pasta yesterday. One of them was to cook the pasta in a pan that's too small.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm guilty of that all the time.
One was to add the pasta before the water is at a rolling boil. Another one was to add olive oil to the water, which apparently you shouldn't do. One was to rinse the pasta off after you've cooked it. You shouldn't do that. You want the starch on it because the starch is what makes the flavors in the sauces stick to it. It's part of what the flavor is, the starch in the pasta. So you want one fork and hold on.
Yeah.
Just a couple of forks for you to
There we go.
toss.
Here, just get in there. Oh, there. You're more experienced.
Looks really good.
I'm focusing on acting civilized. That's where all my brain power is going right now.
You're a Vegantua! You're not supposed to be civilized. All right.
There you go. It already looks better. There you go. That's what you need to do.
Oops, I splashed it in my face. This looks wonderful. All right. So this was, how much pasta you bought about this fettuccine nest. I didn't use the whole box. I used about, it's probably, it seems like it's a pound of pasta in there. Though.
About a pound. Just roll it down.
And we used a pound and a half of mushrooms.
Mm-hmm.
Regular, brown store-bought bullshit supermarket mushrooms, nothing fancy. Though I'm sure it would be great if you used a fancier mushroom too. And yeah.
Yeah,
right.
These were baby bellas. I think we used one, was it a brown onion or yellow onion? Some onion.
Yeah. Big. It was a big onion though. All right, I'm gonna put this on little plates for us to taste, and we'll be right back. All right, we're back, and now comes the moment of truth. We get to try this. I put a little parsley on here. This is decadent as fuck.
You made it all pretty.
You know what? Here's another thing that I'm going to rag on about a lot of vegans.
Pretty hearty, huh?
Oh my God. It's delicious. Wow. It's not too salty. You feared it would be too salty. It's not.
Well, we cut back. I think the first time I used a little too much of the old liquid aminos, but yeah, I think this is dead on.
This is crazy.
Glad you dig it.
Oh, you have monster.
Oh, excuse me,
Cheers.
buddy. Let me get in there.
Oops.
Cheers. Oh,
my
making a mess. Oh, he got some.
Sorry.
Give the devil his due.
What I'm going to say about, one of the things about that doesn't support the vegan cause very well is really ugly photographs of food.
Mm-hmm.
People, don't use a fucking flash when you're shooting your food. It's just, it looks like vomit. It looks like a crime scene. And it just doesn't, I don't think, encourage anybody to want to sample something if it looks really ugly. And this does not. It's beautiful, and it's delicious, and it's rich, and it's really fucking yummy.
All right, great.
So the website, you have a website too. The shirt's for sale on Vegantuas.com. Is it Vegantuas.com? You have a site?
It's Vegantuas.com, Vegantuas.com. But just find us on Instagram at Vegantuas. Facebook, I think it's War of the Vegantuas, whatever.
Okay. And swag is available there too?
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, we're going to get down and eat this stuff, and that's that. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
And this is my Instagram and Twitter handles. This is his. These are his Instagram and Twitter handles too. And yeah, well, I guess that's it. Until next time. Thanks. Bye. Oh, please subscribe. All right. Bye.